Welcome back to the PMP Certification Prep Training course. Projects, Communications, and Code of Ethics. The PM Code of Ethics is the non-negotiable foundation of professional project management, integrating moral principles, values, and rigorous rules of conduct into every decision and action. It demands unwavering adherence to ethical practices, legal regulations, and a commitment to integrity that extends beyond mere compliance to embody stewardship, transparency, and respect. This framework guides practitioners in navigating complex dilemmas, ensuring that research, execution, and leadership are conducted with accountability and fairness. It is not a passive set of guidelines, but an active discipline, elevating trust, protecting stakeholder interests, and affirming that how results are achieved is as critical as the outcomes themselves. Upholding this code is essential to maintaining professionalism and driving meaningful, ethical value in every project. The PMI Code of Ethics and Professional Conduct is built on 4 unwavering pillars: responsibility, respect, fairness, and honesty. These are not abstract ideals, but mandatory standards that dictate every action and decision in project management. Responsibility demands ownership of decisions and accountability for impacts. Respect requires valuing diverse perspectives, cultures, and contributions. Fairness insists on impartiality, equity, and transparency in all interactions. Honesty mandates truthfulness in communication and conduct, rejecting deception or manipulation. Together, these principles form the ethical bedrock of the profession, ensuring that projects advance with integrity, build trust, and deliver value not just efficiently, but rightly. A code of ethics is a foundational framework of principles and rules that mandates ethical conduct, moral behavior, and professional integrity for business analysts and project professionals. It requires an unwavering focus on equity, consideration for others, and accountability in every action and decision. This code is not a passive guideline, but an active directive, ensuring that analysis, decisions, and interactions are conducted with honesty, fairness, and respect. It serves as both a compass and a constraint, elevating practice beyond technical competence to build trust, protect stakeholder interests, and uphold the highest standards of the profession. Adherence to this code is non-negotiable for anyone committed to delivering value responsibly and ethically. Ethical considerations and professional standards form the non-negotiable backbone of business analysis, integrating globally recognized regulations, best practices, and moral principles into every aspect of work. These standards provide a rigorous framework that defines the essential skills, deliverables, and techniques required to drive effective outcomes while upholding integrity, accountability, and stakeholder trust. Adherence to these guidelines ensures that professionals not only achieve technical excellence, but also operate with transparency, fairness, and respect across all knowledge areas. This commitment to ethical practice transforms business analysis from a mere function into a disciplined profession, one that consistently delivers value, mitigates risk, and reinforces the credibility of both the practitioner and the field worldwide. The Code of Ethics and Professional Conduct is the foundational framework that mandates integrity, honesty, and accountability as the core of all professional actions. It requires unwavering commitment to compassion, respect, and transparency while rigorously upholding legal and environmental responsibilities. This code is the moral compass that guides every decision, ensuring leaders and teams act with fairness and responsibility towards stakeholders and society. Professional standards enforce objectivity, confidentiality, and continuous development, demanding strict adherence to methodologies and data protection. They require proactive stakeholder engagement and impartial decision-making, ensuring that professionalism is not just a label but a practice, elevating trust, driving ethical outcomes, and cementing the credibility of the profession. Together, these principles form the non-negotiable foundation for achieving excellence with integrity. PM communication ethics demand that every interaction, whether written, spoken, or nonverbal, is grounded in clarity, honesty, and respect. Communication is not merely an exchange of information, but a foundational element of connection, requiring active listening, thoughtful discussion, and deliberate choice of media to ensure the message is conveyed accurately and ethically. This ethical framework obligates project managers to prioritize transparency in messaging, confidentiality where required, and inclusivity in engagement. It rejects manipulation, ambiguity, or negligence, insisting that every communication strengthens trust, aligns stakeholders, and upholds the integrity of the project and the profession. In essence, ethical communication is the bridge between intention and impact, ensuring that every word and action builds understanding rather than confusion. Business communications are the strategic lifeblood of effective leadership and project success, essential for enhancing morale, strengthening work relations, and ensuring smooth operational delivery. They empower team members by involving them in decision-making and valuing their feedback, fostering an environment of mutual trust, confidence, and collaborative efficiency. This encompasses oral communication through formal and informal meetings, interviews, group discussions, and speeches, and written communication via agendas, reports, manuals, and notes. Each mode must be clarity-driven, purposeful, and respectful. The importance of adept communication cannot be overstated. It directly influences leadership effectiveness, managerial efficiency, staffing attractiveness, and attrition rates. Ultimately, it transforms individual effort into aligned action, turning strategy into execution and ambiguity into accountability. Business communications are the essential framework for building mutual trust, enabling informed decisions, and enhancing managerial effectiveness across all organizational levels. They facilitate critical staffing strategies and ensure alignment by flowing through multiple channels: upward, downward, lateral, diagonal, and external. This multidirectional flow eliminates silos, accelerates problem solving, and ensures every stakeholder, internal and external, is heard, informed, and aligned. Effective communication isn't just about exchanging information, it's about creating a cohesive, responsive, and confident organization capable of achieving shared goals with clarity and purpose. Business communication is a dynamic process that begins with a clear idea from the sender, which is encoded into a message and transmitted through a chosen medium. The receiver then decodes the message, aiming for accurate understanding and alignment with the sender's intent. However, noise, whether literal, cultural, or psychological, can distort perception at any stage, making feedback critical to confirm clarity and correct misunderstandings. This cycle hinges on shared perception. Without it, even well-intentioned communication fails. Effective leaders actively manage this process by minimizing noise, selecting the right medium, and prioritizing feedback to ensure the idea transmitted is the idea received. It's a disciplined exchange that builds trust, prevents errors, and turns intention into impact. Becoming a better communicator requires active discipline. Tolerate silence to allow thoughtfulness, listen deeply without interruption, and use stimulating questions to draw out insights. Show genuine empathy and emotional connection with the speaker, while consciously acknowledging and setting aside your own biases and prejudices to avoid premature judgment. Confirm understanding by summarizing and rephrasing key points, ensuring alignment and respect. In writing, clarity is power. Use simple, concise, and specific language to eliminate ambiguity and drive action. Every word must serve a purpose. Every message must be structured for immediate comprehension. This combination of empathetic engagement and precise expression transforms communication from a basic function into a strategic tool, building trust, preventing errors, and ensuring that every interaction strengthens relationships and advances goals. Customers are the entire purpose of your role, not an interruption, but the very reason your position exists. Exceptional communication with them hinges on quality of service, delivering reliability in every interaction and responding with urgency and clarity. This builds confidence and trust in both your product and your professionalism. Good customer service is defined by proactive effort, anticipating needs, taking extra steps without being asked, and genuinely enjoying the process of helping others. It requires an attitude of empathy, fairness, and unwavering respect. Bad service, in contrast, is reactive, indifferent, and transactional. Ultimately, every communication must reflect that the customer is the priority. Their satisfaction isn't just a goal, it's the measure of your success. Exceptional business communication is built on rigorous preparation across physical, emotional, and intellectual dimensions. Physically, it demands conscious control of posture, breathing, and body language to project confidence and openness. Emotionally, it requires managing self-talk and forging a genuine connection with your audience. Intellectually, it hinges on mastering your material, structuring concepts clearly, and adapting seamlessly to unexpected questions or feedback. As the axiom goes, great speakers aren't born, they are trained. Embrace anxiety as energy, don't fight it, channel it into focused presence. Stay centered on your audience, their needs, reactions, and engagement, not your own nerves. Respect their time by delivering concise, impactful messages within the allotted frame. This disciplined approach transforms presentation from a performance into a powerful exchange of value, ensuring every word lands with purpose and influence. Communications ethics and standards are the non-negotiable pillars of professional integrity, demanding that every interaction, whether spoken, written, or digital, adheres to the highest principles of honesty, transparency, and respect. This requires strict compliance with industry regulations and a commitment to best practices that protect confidentiality, ensure data security, and uphold objectivity. Key elements include professionalism in tone and timing, impartiality to avoid bias or misrepresentation, stakeholder engagement that is inclusive and constructive, continuous development of communication skills, accountability for the impact of every message. Ethical communication is not optional, it builds trust, prevents misunderstandings, and reinforces the credibility of individuals and organizations. It transforms simple exchanges into reliable, value-driven connections that align with both organizational goals and societal expectations. References provide the foundational credibility and authoritative support essential for validating decisions, ensuring compliance, and maintaining professional integrity. These references and training sources form the essential foundation for PMP certification. Combining authoritative texts like the PMBOK Guide 6th and 7th editions with rigorous exam prep materials such as the PMI authorized PMP exam prep and the PM Prepcast. Mastery of both traditional processes and modern principles performance domains is critical for success. PMI PMP exam simulations and official handbooks are critical tools for rigorous PMP preparation, ensuring candidates master both theoretical knowledge and practical application under exam conditions. Thank you for your unwavering commitment to excellence and your dedication to mastering the profession. We wish you resounding success on your path to certification.